The Three Little Hawaiian Pigs and the Magic Shark by Donivee Martin Laird. Illustrated by Carol Jossam. One morning in Hawaii, a mother and father pig called their children together. "Our dear Pu'ua Kiki," they said with sorrow in their voices, "as much as we love you, it is time for you to become grown-ups and seek your own way in the world. Here's a sack of money for each of you. Spend it wisely and always be careful of strangers." After saying aloha to their parents, the three little pigs set off down the road, looking forward to a life full of happiness, adventure, and riches. They had only gone a short distance when they met a man with a load of pili grass. "Aha," said the first little pig, "this is for me. I will build myself a grass house and live beside the sea." So he bought the pili grass and happily headed toward the beach, where he built his house, and it was quickly finished, and he took his pole, his net, and his small bucket for a poha, and he went fishing. The two other little pigs went on until they met a man selling driftwood. "Aha," said the second little pig, "this is for me. I will build myself a house of driftwood and live beside the sea." Feeling pleased with himself, he quickly built his house and went to join the first little pig, fishing and scraping a pohi off the slippery rocks. The third little pig went on until he met a man selling lava rock. "Aha," said the third little pig, "this is for me. I will build myself a house of lava rock and live by the sea and go fishing with my brothers." It took many days to build the house, and before it was done, one brother came to visit the third little pig. "Why are you wasting your time on such a hard house to build?" he asked. We are Paul with our houses and have time to fish and take it easy surfing and playing. Forget this house. Come with us." The third little pig just shook his head and said he would rather take his time and build a strong house. After many days of hard work, the lava rock house was finished. It was sturdy and strong, and the third little pig was pleased with his work. He checked his doors and windows carefully to be sure his house was snug and safe. And then he went off to join his brothers beside the sea. The three little pigs threw their nets and pulled in reef creatures like the brilliant yellow tang, the horned humu, or the slimy octopus hei. They climbed over the wet rocks, scraping off the delicious opohai, and once in a while they caught pahui paka, the fiercest fanged eel. Sometimes they took their poles and, standing far out in the rocks, fished the deep waters for the larger uluhu, opakapaka, and ahai. They played tag and splashed in the tide pools and chased tiny sand crabs. Their days were clear and sunny and cooled by gentle trade winds. When the waves broke just right beside the reef, they took their surfboards and caught long, breathtaking rides to the beach. Meanwhile, an evil magic shark watched them from deep down where the water is green. Back and forth swam the magic shark, his long teeth shining in the gloomy water. He especially wanted to eat the three little pigs since they looked so sweet and tender. He knew he couldn't catch them on the rocks, for the lava was sharp and the pigs were too quick. He wished they would fall off their surfboards, but the pigs were too good and went too fast through the rough water. So watching and planning, the magic shark drooled and thought of the yummy little pigs. One morning, unable to stand his craving any longer, the magic shark disguised himself as an shave-iced man and knocked on the door of the first little pig's house. Little pig, let me come in, he said. I have plenty shave ice. The little pig peeked out the window. He was hot and thirsty and cool, and colorful shaved ice looked so tasty. He grabbed his money and started to open the door. But just in time, he saw a fin on the shaved ice man's back, and he knew it really was the magic shark. He quickly shut the door and locked it. And the shark knocked harder and called, little pig, let me come in. Oh, no, cried the little pig, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. The magic shark was hot and hungry, and the little pig's answer made him very mad. He yelled, little pig, let me come in, or I will huff and I will puff and I will blow your house down. And the little pig did not open his door. After all, he wasn't crazy. He knew what the magic shark wanted. So the very mad magic shark huffed, and the very mad magic shark puffed, and the very mad magic shark blew down the little pig's house. And the little pig ran out the back door and down the path to the house of the second little pig. And the very mad magic shark went back to the ocean to cool off and make a new plan. In a few days, the magic shark was hungry for the little pigs again. This time, he dressed up as a beach boy, wearing white pants, a coconut leaf hat, and a lei around his neck. He knocked on the door of the second little pig's house and called, little pig, let's talk story and play ukes. The little pigs grabbed their ukulele and nose flute and opened the door, and the beach boys smiled, and the little pig saw rows and rows of long, sharp white teeth, and just in time they slammed the door. Little pig, let me come in, called the hot and hungry magic shark anxiously. Oh, no, cried the little pigs, and they knew no friendly beach boy. That was no friendly beach boy out on the step. Not by the hairs of our chinny chin chins. This made the magic shark upset, so he roared, then I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house down. And just as he said he would, the very upset magic shark huffed, and the very upset magic shark puffed, and the very upset magic shark blew down the house of the second little pig. And the little pig and his brother jumped out of the window and ran down the path to the house of the third little pig. Once more, the magic shark, hot and still hungry, swam angrily down to his watery home to plot and scheme. And after a few days, his hunger pains were so bad that the magic shark decided to try again. And this time he went pretending to be a lace seller. He knocked on the third little pig's door and called sweetly, little pig, let me come in. I have lace to sell. The three little pigs loved to wear lace and were happy to hear a sweet voice calling. They looked out and saw the lace seller in her moo and luahala hat and flower lace on her arms. But then they also saw a shark's tail sticking out from under the moo. They knew who that was, and so they rushed around, locking the doors and windows. Little pig, let me come in, called the magic shark, growing upset. Oh, no, answered the little pigs, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins. You will be sorry, screamed the furious magic shark in his loudest voice. I will huff, and I will puff, and I will blow your house down. No one answered, and no one opened the door. So the furious magic shark huffed, and the furious magic shark puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew, and nothing happened. And again he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew, and still nothing happened. Once more, the furious magic shark huffed, and the furious magic shark puffed, and the furious magic shark huffed, and the furious magic shark puffed, and the furious magic shark blew, and still the lava rock house stood firm. Now this made the magic shark extremely furious. So gathering up all of the air, the extremely furious magic shark huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and huffed and puffed and blew 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 until whoosh, kersplat! He fell on the ground all out of air and looking like a flat balloon. It was quiet and still, and the three little pigs cautiously peeked out of the house. And seeing the very flat magic shark, they quickly ran outside, rolled him up like a straw mat, and tied a string around him. And then taking him out to the dump, they threw him away. When they returned to the seashore, the third little pig helped his brothers build sturdy rock houses. And once they were finished, the three little pigs gave a large party, and they invited all their friends and relatives as well as a shave iceman without a fin to serve refreshments, and a beach boy without rows of sharp white teeth to join the musicians, and a lay seller without a shark's tail to give out lays. And from then on, the three little pigs lived safely and peacefully beside the sea. Glossary, some words. Puaha is a Hawaiian word meaning pig. Kieke is what Hawaiians call a child. Aloha is a Hawaiian word with meanings such as hello, goodbye, and love. Pili grass is a grass used to thatch grass houses in old Hawaii. Opahai is a shallow cone-shaped limpet shell whose animal is prized eating. Lava rock is formed by volcanoes. That's what the third little pig made his house out of. Yellow tang is a bright yellow reef fish. Humu is a member of the trigger fish family, one of whom is the Humu nukunuku poa, or fish with a snout like a pig, made famous in a popular Hawaiian song. Hei is a Hawaiian word for octopus. Pohipaka is a ferocious eel with sharp teeth. Ulua is a kind of crevalle or jackfish. Opaka paka is a blue snapper fish. Ahai is a yellow fin tuna fish. Trade winds are breezes which keep Hawaii cool. Shave ice is powdery ice shavings put in a paper cone and covered with sweet flavored syrup. We eat those. Mo is a long, loose, muumuu, a long, loose fitting woman's dress, like that. Ukulele is a 4-stringed instrument played by strumming. Uke is short for ukulele. A nose flute is a flute-like instrument played by blowing air with the nose. Lei is a garland, usually of flowers. Lauhala is a leaf of the hala or pandanus tree used in weaving hats, rugs, and baskets. Pau, finished. Pau, all done. Pau, the end. The end.